Hey man, listen, it's that time again, bro. Preview time. Liverpool, Chelsea. Hey, first of the big test, as they say, bro. Let's see what happens, man. It should be an interesting one. Chelsea's attack is cold. Our defense is mad. Let's see who wins this one. It's at Anfield, though. Am I nervous now, blood? I think we can cook these, man, still, man. Every time we play them, it's not like we lose, bro. Every time we play them in the cup, we win. Every time we play them at Anfield, we win. But the one thing we do have, the ability to score goals. G, big up in this fine morning, blood. Hope you're well. Big up to the chat. But G, man, tell the people how you are today, Broski, before we get going.
Bro, I'm good, man. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. You know the vibes, man. Early morning, I like these early morning kind of streams, as Endz said, back in the back office, man. Gives you the rest of the day to chill. Hope everyone is blessed. Honestly, big up your damn self. And guys, if you're watching this on the replay, obviously it might be a bit too early. You might be at work, just be a bit busy and all of that kind of stuff. Bro, smash the flipping likes. Yeah, I'm trying to say. And if you're watching this on Twitter or whatever, forget Twitter. Twitter's dead, man. Come over here, smash the like button. Yeah, I'm trying to say. You can go back to Twitter if you want. Obviously, I know you might be, watching a few things. I know everyone might be watching the Conans, last night in Kingston and that. Fairs. But come over here. Come watch this for a piece, and then you can go back and listen to your music and all of that, man. But I'm blessed, man. Love for having me this morning, bro.
Yeah, nah. Hey, even if you don't like it, that's having
true. Yeah,
true. Like the dislike as well. Big up to Nick. Honesty in the building as well, man. Man, them are here, blood. But yeah, man, let's play the press conference. As I said, I haven't seen it yet. I want to hear what he says. We can listen, take notes, whatever, chop it up, get our team done, and then we'll do our prediction and head the hell out of here, man. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the morning. Let's bring that up. There you go.
Let's see. How long do you say it is? 17 minutes. He's so joke, bro. He's so short, like.
No, bro. It said 9 o'clock, yeah. And I swear down, bro, I got back. And I promise you, I felt like it was before 9.
Bro.
Because I was on the way back by then, and I got in the house maybe like 10 past, and he was like, oh, it's already done. I'm like,
bro, honestly, he just makes it quick, nice, easy. He's in and he's out. Simple as like. And I think the obviously, I don't know what these guys are talking about today, but I think now that these journos, they're starting to get the hint with this guy. Like, yo, asking your questions in and out. There's none of this chatting a man about. No, just get in, ask the questions, and get out. Like, which I like, because it's just quick and easy, bro. Quick and easy.
No, he said Twitter is for those weirdos gonna run their agendas. Yeah, bro. I want to start doing spaces again in the morning because I really did enjoy doing them.
Yeah, those are joy.
Oh, it gets mad toxic, bro, and I have to like stay away from it and then come back. Do you know what I mean? So I might run one still. You know what I mean? I might run one still. Big up to John Conway. John, I ain't seen you in a minute, man. I hope everything's been blessed as well.
Big up, man.
Neil in the building. Big up, big up. Love for the love as always, man. All right, man. Let's hear what Mr. Slot had to say, lad. Okay, G. Before we go, what dumb question do you think they asked him today? Is that one dumb question you think they asked?
Contracts.
All right, let's get it. Let me know if you guys can hear it. Let me turn it up. It said the Luke is 18. Right, shall I fast forward it, lad? When is he on screen? Let me see. 34 seconds, 40 seconds, 1 minute. Okay, so man jumps on screen after a minute. I hear it. Making the piss, bro. AZ 100, big up, bro. Good, man. No haircut, bro. Pull my hair out big, man. In the ponytail. Let me turn this up still, G.
Yeah, it's a bit quiet.
What is happening is that they were with the national teams. Trent scored a fantastic free kick, like you probably saw. So yeah, same question, same answer. There will always be talks about our players, and it's a good thing that you ask about it. That means that they do really well. Because if they would have played badly, let's not say shit this time, then you probably wouldn't have asked. So it's a good thing that everybody wants their contract to be renewed, because that tells me, and I also see this, that they do really well. But I cannot tell you anything about that at this place.
What about the injury situation at the moment? Obviously, it's the first time we've spoken to you since Alisson was ruled out until the next international break. I take it that's obviously a blow to you, although We expect Keller to come back this weekend. McAllister, did he come through okay? How's Chiesa as well?
Allison is for sure not with us in the upcoming weeks. That's clear. So that's a blow for him and for us, because I think he did really well this season, and he did so well for this club for so many years. Now the good thing is, and I said this many times, that Queef did really well for us in previous years and this season also. So we have a good replacement, but you always want all your players available. Now we've got quite some issues from players coming back from the national teams. And we can only judge that perfectly today, because today is the first time that they are all in, and the first time that they are all training together again. So let's see after the session where everybody is. Maka missed one game, McAllister missed one game, you're right, played the second one. Costas missed out the first game against England. So I can name them all, but we've got a few issues going on, and let's wait and see where we are after today. Endo as well, yeah, also sick. Yeah, he was sick.
You've said a few times this season that the fixture list up to this point has been kind to you. So how do you view the next week with Chelsea to come, then Leipzig, then Arsenal, and what could maybe this week tell you about the ability of your squad to challenge for the biggest honours this season?
If you judge your team only on a week, that would not be fair. So I think we have to judge us as a team after this spell of games, not 3 of them, but 6, 7, or 8 of them. Then we know better how we act and how we perform if we play tough Champions League games and tough league games. That is normal in everybody's season, and we know how difficult it is. We've seen that ourselves 2 years ago when we played Champions League. We've seen this last season with Manchester United, and the only ones who showed that they can perform Champions League and in the league are City and Arsenal in the last 2 seasons. So now it's up to us, but I don't think it's fair to judge us after a week, even though if we do really well, wouldn't be fair. But if the best way to judge us is in 4 weeks.
Chelsea, the only other team apart from yourselves with a 100% win record on the road. Is this your biggest challenge so far in the league?
If you look at the league table, it is. I think Manchester United is a very good team, a top club in England that has spent a lot of money to even make the team better again. Same for Chelsea in this season. Chelsea does really well. So if you look at the league table, then they are the ones that might be our toughest opponent. But it's not always about the league table. Sometimes it's about the form of the day. It's about their game plan. So we had some difficulties with Wolves as well, who are bottom of the league, I think. So, but it is a challenge, that's for sure.
You face the lowest shots in the league this season. Clear that you're not giving teams any opportunities, particularly with Cole Palmer, Ronnie Madueke being in such good form. How important will it be to keep up that good defensive form against Chelsea?
No, very important. If you want to achieve something in the season, you need to be defensively really stable, and we've been that till now. Again, fixture list we have to take into account as well. And now we face even better players, because I agree with you that Chelsea, like Man United, has a lot of great individuals, which we have to try to manage, to control. And that's not what one player does. That's what we have to do as a team. But we must not forget to create our own chances as well, because if you want to win, you need to score as well. And fortunately, and good thing for us is that we have players that can score goals. So looking forward to a very interesting game on Sunday.
You made your side slightly smaller in the summer, whereas Chelsea have kind of gone the other way, spent a lot of money on creating a pretty huge squad. What have you made of it?
It's not up to me to say something about an approach. The only thing I saw and see is that they were already really successful in the second half of last season. And I think that's always a good if a team does really well in the second half of the season, it's a good forecast. Is that the right word to use? To what you can expect from them the next season. And they even got some new players in, some very good players in. So for me, it's not and a very good manager they brought in. So then for me, it's not a surprise that they just keep continuing the results that they had the second half of the season. And it's a young team. That's the first thing that I see. A lot of them have long-term contracts, but I think they are in a good place at the moment. If I look at the quality they have, if I look at the way they play, so they got a lot of criticism in recent years. But if you look at them where they are now, I think they are already a big threat for the top 3, top 4 positions, and they will be this in the upcoming years if they can continue bringing good players in and keeping this squad in place.
Connor Bradley captains Northern Ireland over the international break at the age of just 21. Very good to captain the national side. What's the future got in store for him at Liverpool?
I think it's going to be a bright future for him because he's a very good player, and very good players is what we need here at Liverpool. And he's done last season especially really well when he had to replace Trent, and now Trent has played a lot, but he's a very good player. And although he has big competition from Trent, normally very good players find their way into the team, and that's what I also expect with him in the future at this club.
Arne, we've seen Virgil produce some of his best football on the pitch. Just wondered, across your first few months, can you give us an idea of just how crucial as captain he has been as you kind of settle in your early few months here?
He has been crucial for us, like many others, but Virgil definitely as well. From what you guys see on the pitch, so there we see all the same how good he is still is in defense, how much he attributes to our offensive side of our play. But what you guys don't see and what I do see is how important he also is on the training ground. So he's always the one that's most loud during the sessions. He always brings a lot of energy into our sessions and quality as well. So what you see during the weekends is also what I see during the weeks, and that's what you are hoping for if you have a captain that is not only showing his performances in the weekends, but also during the week. He's definitely our leader.
Big Verge.
Were you surprised to see him come in for a bit of criticism for that decision, especially with so much talk about workload?
They don't speak English at all.
If you are not coming from Holland, it might be a surprise. If you're coming from Holland, then you know that it's all about criticism. The Dutch media is all about. So now I exaggerated a bit, but if there is a chance to criticize someone, a Dutch person, maybe not media, but Dutch people in general will find a way of criticizing you. I don't think he deserved this because he played some very good games for the Dutch national team in his last few games as well. But so that is not a surprise for me. Is it a surprise that he gets criticism? Yes, it is. Maybe not by Dutch media, but in general, I would say that's a surprise because if you are in this schedule, in this fixture list, it's completely normal that you have a few days off. Some other players in Holland, which you probably don't know, didn't come because they were tired. So how on earth you can criticize a player that has played every game for us and played the Euros? That comes, but yeah, it's Dutch media.
Just to go back on Trent again, he's had another good international break.
Just on Trent again, yeah, man.
We all know he's talented, but what to say about him that he can play so well in the position he's never played before?
Why he played so well? I cannot give you that answer because I haven't seen the game. I did saw his free kick. But I think a bit similar to what I just said about Connor, good players will always find their way into the team. And they will always find a way of playing well, especially if they have good teammates and play in a good team. And that's what Trent has. The national team of England has a lot of very good players. And Trent is one of them. And if you then play the likes of Finland and Greece, with all due respect, then normally these quality players will play good games. Although they did lose against Greece, but if Trent plays against Finland with the teammates he has, You can play him, I think, in every position, and he will play a good game.
Solution to a lot of problems sometimes with just visibility. He's obviously taken more responsibility. I mean, how has it been for you with taking responsibility in the team?
He's been very good for us till now. He was and is still important in our attacking part of our game, and I also like the way he's defended till now in the games he played for us. So I think he made a step up in that perspective. So he's. But like for all the others, there's still room for improvement. That's clear. But he's done very well for us this season, and I think he's done really well for the national team as well. Because if I'm correct, from the 4 games he played, he was 3 times man of the match. It's quite a good score. Let's hope that he's going to be man of the match for us once in a while now as well. Although I think Ibu wants to be it, but.
Hello, I'm curious as to how you spend your time over this international break. You've spoken quite a few times about the intense period to come, but also you're 10 games into your tenure, and other team analysts and coaches and whatever.
Mine sounds like he's in the back of the hall, you know, just.
Bro, it's just annoying, bro.
Try to find ways to counteract it. So, with that in mind, and the period to come, I'm interested. Do you want to give yourself a bit of a mental break, a bit of a reset, or have you been hunkered down and trying to counteract all the counteractions?
I think a bit of both, but it starts off with the first thing you said, take a mental break. That's why I think it's so normal that Virgil didn't stay with the team, but came back because at certain moments, managers but also players need these mental breaks. It's not that it's too hard for us physically, but especially not for me because I'm not playing. But mentally, it is sometimes it asks a lot from you. But I think I came back on Tuesday, back to Liverpool. Yeah, then you start thinking about Chelsea, thinking about Leipzig, thinking about what we have to improve, what other teams can try to come up with. So it's a bit of both. But if I'm back home, I'm quite good in then not thinking about football. Although it's never completely out of your head, but more than it is in when I'm here.
Just on Alisson, he's obviously out for muscle injury out one last season as well, which is
Oh, this guy sounds close and he still can't hear me.
something that comes down to bad luck, or is the medical department coming to that into why he's getting these issues?
It's a bit uncommon for goalkeepers. For me, it's common because the goalkeeper I had at Feyenoord also had his issues with injuries and also muscle injuries. But that's not what you see a lot. So these two are more an exception. So yeah, we are looking into it. What could be the reason? One of the things we all know is if you had one, then the chances of getting another one always go up. So we've tried to be really careful with him. But maybe it's a good moment also for me to explain one more time, because I think there was a bit of rumor about me saying before the game that I don't mind the 12:30 kickoff. And that is still what I think. So 12:30 kickoff is not a problem because we train at the same time. But what might be, and that's what I said after the game, what might be something to think about for the English FA, if you play on Wednesday evening a Champions League game, then to play on Saturday 12:30 might be a disadvantage when it comes to injuries. So the time to play 12:30 is for me no problem at all. But if you play so shortly after playing on a Wednesday evening, fortunately it was a home game, not an away game, that might be also something what we should take in consideration. And for me as well, although it's so hard to change all your 11 players only because you play 2 days later, that is, yeah, in retrospect, I might have chosen Queef instead of Alisson, but like you said, you don't expect a goalkeeper to pick up a muscle injury. But I know one thing, so I just said about the Dutch media, and not all of them are the same, of course, but what is very good in Holland is that I'm 99.9% sure that all the teams that play Champions League in the upcoming week don't play on a Sunday. They get extra rest to be the best possible way prepared for the Champions League game. And that is not something is common here in England. You just say you have so many good players. You get your results in Europe no matter what. So we decide the fixture list, and we don't take Champions League into account.
Crazy, bro. Man, them said, nah, they make sure the man them were in the best shape, to go and challenge.
You're welcome.
All right, then no one asked him about maybe in the other bit, they probably have the other bit. They probably did ask him about contracts and stuff, but yeah, now Fez can't even knock it. I don't think he complained. He just kind of mentioned about the injuries or injury concerns, but I guess we don't know in it because the boys are back today. Well,
yes, it seems like today will be the day.
Where we get to see. I think there's others that's probably obviously been back training and whatever, but the group is all back together today, so should be interesting to see who can make the weekend and be ready for the Sunday game. But yeah, I'm glad he cleared it up as well about the 12:30 thing, bro. We don't mind it, but give the man a bit more rest. But then if you got Champions League, if the rest is, do you play later on the Saturday? Then maybe, and then do you play on the Sunday? But if you have Champions League, then that still coincides to what he said at the end about, playing Sunday and then you have to play in the Champions League in midweek. So I don't know.
It's just annoying because I think it's always been like that. I don't know why I know why, money-wise, but like every other country said it there. Holland, they like the Dutch FA will help the teams that are playing in Europe. Like it's almost like an oxymoron. Why wouldn't you want to help your teams do well in the European competition? Because that will bring more money into your country. But for some reason, you don't want to do that. You want man to play on this day so that it doesn't make sense. That's why, as he said, the Dutch FA, and it's not just Dutch, other leagues do this as well. Like I think every other league, actually, from what I see in terms of the fixture list, they all do it where they say, okay, we've got our European teams playing on this day, or they're going to play on that day. We're going to put those fixtures on these days, etc., etc. But in England, bro, it's never been like that. I'm like, so then you're going to complain when we're not doing well, and then you wonder why Madrid and that are just walking away with all of these Champions Leagues. Why? Because their countries help them out. I'm not saying it's just that. Of course, there's other factors, but it is a very small thing that could go a very, very long way to just giving you that extra 5%. And I'm not talking a lot. This is elite football, bro. Like I know every percentage is going to count. So just give me the extra, 5% in order to just help my team. Give me an extra day, like just to rest, because you want to see Rodri playing Wednesday and then whatever other day that you're able to kind of put it on. Now man's injured. Guess what? Injured in this competition, can't play in that competition. They don't do well. England's coefficient starts to go down. Once the coefficient goes down, now the money starts going. That, bro, it's an endless cycle. And you're not helping yourself, bro. Honestly.
You said the TV rights over teams. That's the reason. Nah, that's fuck stuff, man. The man them said the money thing.
Yeah, I hear it. Yeah, I hear it.
Most money they want to get, what they pay for. Nah, that's fair, bro. The man then said, listen, you're gonna get all this money. You man are playing every day, every week, every minute. Don't worry about it, bro. If you got an injury, just rotate. Still, you got enough players in the squad. And I think we kind of fall into that trap as well, like as fans, in it, because we're like, no, but our squad is good, so play the man. Yeah, but if you want the best players on the pitch at all times, bro, you do need the extra, bro. A couple of hours of rest is good enough, bro. But playing
hold on 2 seconds, give me literally 2 seconds.
Playing an intense Champions League game on the Wednesday, and then you have to then play against a top team on Saturday at 12:30, bro. Like there's no rest, especially and say you're away, then you have to travel back either I'd say the same night. Do you train the next day? No, you probably have a rest. And then you go into training on the Friday, so there's that as well. And then you have to you can't do too much on the Friday because you got the game on Saturday. And then you might have a little session on, you can't even have an early session on a Saturday either. Nah, it's mad, bro. Nah, it's mad still. Big up to everyone inside, man. Big up, guys. But yeah, man, as he said about the injuries, man, Motaru I think he was ill. Tsimikas was ill. We know that obviously Virgil got sent off, so he travelled back. All the other players, McAllister played one game, 66 minutes he got. Nunes played. Diaz played. Obviously, we know Trent played both games. Jota played. Robbo played. Bradley played. So pretty much all of our players that went out on international duties, bar Curtis, obviously he had a newborn. they all got minutes. So it should be interesting, man. Hopefully they all come back. And obviously you mentioned Chiesa as well. So hopefully he's fine as well. So, and then obviously we're waiting on, Harvey to probably get back up to full fitness, man. But I just want to make sure all the boys are fit, man, because we're going to need all of them going into these games, man. We got big team in the midweek, Leipzig. Then we got Arsenal on the weekend. And then from there, I think it's literally just Premier League, Champions League, Premier League, Champions League, and then the League Cup. We got the double headers against Brighton. So, yeah, we need the whole squad fit, man. Can't have any mad knocks and injuries going into these ones. But yeah, it should be interesting, man. But looking at Chelsea, obviously these man, they just score goals, innit? Started off the season with they lost to Man City. Then they played the Europa Conference qualifiers. Soviet, they beat them once, then they lost once to them, battered Wolves 6-2, drew with Palace, beat Bournemouth 1-0, beat West Ham 3-0, played Borough, beat them 5-0, expected. Brighton, they beat 4-2, but that could have been 5-5, whatever. That game was open as hell. They beat Genk in the Champions League, Europa Conference 4-2. Then they had in their last Premier League game, they drew to Forest 1-1 with Forest having a player sent off. So they do concede. I don't know how many clean sheets and who did they keep the clean sheet against? So they kept a clean sheet against Borough and one against Bournemouth, one against West Ham, and Soviet, they kept one. So conceded against Man City, conceded against Wolves, conceded against Soviet, conceded against Palace, conceded against Brighton, conceded against Genk, and conceded against Forest. So they concede goals. And looking at this, but they concede 2 goals, averages out 2 goals in their games that they play. Yeah. Man City, they conceded 2. Soviet, they conceded 2. Palace, only 1. Brighton, they conceded 2. Genk, they conceded 2. And then Forest, they conceded 1. So, yeah, Chelsea conceded a lot of goals, man. They do score, though. They scored 4, 6, 5, 3. So they score a lot of goals, but they concede a lot of goals as well. So it'll be interesting. Our defense is the best in the league, and their attack is just smoking up teams when they do get it clicked and click and going. So should be interesting, man. Should be an interesting game. Chelsea, man, I was just going through, obviously, their results. Looking at averagely how many goals they kind of conceded. It looks like mainly 2 goals. Most of their games they conceded, or they've conceded a goal. Man City, Borough, and West Ham, I think, were the only teams they didn't concede against. But other than they've conceded in pretty much all their games.
Yeah.
But
it's going to be a high scoring game. It's going to be a high scoring game, man. I think anyway. You know what, I say this, but last time I said that, I can remember it was 0-0. I can never forget that. It was a 0-0 game when I thought that these two were going to score a few goals. But yeah, you can tell, man. You can see. I think obviously they've got injuries as well. I think Cucurella, might be injured as well in this game. So they've had their little injury problems at the back. So I don't think they've had we've had a stable back four. Where we've had the Robertson, Van Dijk, Konate, Trent Alexander-Arnold with Alisson behind, right? I don't think they've had that, in fairness to them. That's the one thing I'll give them. I don't think they've had, these are the same guys they played every game kind of thing, so the cohesion maybe just isn't there, but you can tell, this is a team who do look pretty decent. So, that's a lie. They look very good going forward, with the Maduekes, the Cole Palmers, the Netos, Nkunkus, Jackson, basically Sancho, coming off the bench, and this guy's, doing his thing. So yeah, man, it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough, in terms of potentially keeping them out. But this is listen, this is where Slot makes his money. Do you know what I mean? How is he gonna navigate, a team like this who they play some good football as well, man. I have to give it to Chelsea this season. They play good football under Maresca. So, but we have enough to beat them, of course.
So the rumor, and I don't know how true it is, Cucurella, I don't know if it's an injury. I think it's a suspension because of the yellow card.
Oh, suspension. That's it. Yeah.
That's what I've heard people say, but I don't know, and I didn't go and check. So from Arne, I think, is a part of that list as well of players potentially missing because of it. But Slot was right. He said they've got a very young team. that could play into our hands because it could be an inexperienced team. And I think that's probably where they keep conceding goals, because you look around the team, there's no real senior figure in this 11. This is the team they played against Forest. Gusto young, Fofana young, Colwell young. Cucurella, yeah, he's probably the oldest one, maybe, I think. Or maybe Sanchez, probably out of them two. Madueke, Palmer, Sancho, and Jackson. They're not like old heads in the teams, you know what I mean? It's still a young unit. So probably that's where the inexperience, so that might be where they're going to have a lot of energy. Yes, they're going to be trying certain things, skills, their tricks, whatever. They're going to want to play that exciting, open kind of football. But we have to kind of wait and see. And I think the way that we play in terms of how we dictate, slow the game down, use the tempo, maybe that helps us in this game, because they're going to want to go 100 miles an hour. Maybe if we slow it down, we can find those little gaps in their team. And then probably just, you know what I mean, open them up a bit more frequently as well. But on the counter-attack, they've got a lot of speed. Madueke there, Jackson's got speed, Sancho's got speed, and you've got, obviously, Mudryk, I don't know if he's injured or anything, so you still got him, his added speed as well off the bench. You've got Kunku as well, speed as well off the bench if he doesn't start. So they have got, and they've got João Felix as well. I don't know how he's done kind of this season. I haven't really kind of paid attention to what he's done.
To me, he looked average, like nothing to be like concerned about, if that makes sense. Let's put it this way: that forward line they've got, that's what, if I was Chelsea, I'd be going with that. I wouldn't be playing João Felix. I definitely wouldn't be playing.
Big up, Garrison, man, says, big up to you guys. A bit concerned about Jota's performance, bro. He's become much relaxed being a starter, but he doesn't have the chaos fear factor that Darwin poses.
Why'd your face like that, bro? Like,
no, bro. He said he doesn't have it. I'm just reading out a comment.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, as in, we're Liverpool are a controlled team. See that chaos stuff? Leave that for key stage 2 and that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we're much more A level, you know, with our approach now. You get what I'm trying to say? Got to be smarter. Got to be smarter.
Okay, big up, Doug. He says Cucurella and Fofana are both.
I think that I'll check now. I'm sure they're.
Yeah, check, because I didn't check. I just heard a lot of people speak about it. I'm like,
I heard more. I only heard Cucurella. I didn't know about Fofana. But I'll check right now.
Is it like if you get 5 yellow cards before January, that's where you get the suspension from?
If it is when he's already got
and
that.
Then I think it's after Jan, then it goes to like 10. Then you get a suspension. Yeah, double check that for me, please, bro. Yeah, AZ said they're both out as well.
Yeah, I can only see Cucurella. I don't see anybody else. Like, I don't see Fofana, but maybe Fofana is as well.
Big up Robert as well, man. If you feel like it feels like the international break won't affect us as badly as others, the way things are played out. Let's hope so, bro. Let's hope so, because obviously we're slightly saying the boys. Well, I think maybe the South American boys will be all back today, so it'll be interesting to see. And then if everyone, you know what I mean, go and check them, check in and stuff. If they got any knocks, anyone not feeling on.
Oh yeah, sorry, sorry, it is sorry. Cucurella and Wesley Fofana will be missing due to suspension. Reece James is back in training, but seems unlikely to be rushed into action. Cool.
Yeah, he gets rushed into a game, bro. He's definitely getting injured again.
Well, he's getting used 100%.
Yeah, they have to kind of take their time with him as well. But looking at this lineup, bro, and obviously the players that we've mentioned, you know, who I say barred the Palmer factor. Who else in this team is like you go, oh, they could cause us a bit of an issue? Doesn't have to be from an attacking sense, maybe defensively or the way that they play.
I think if Caicedo and Fernandez, I feel like if they're able to, more so Caicedo because he's been the better player for them this season. But if they're able to get a hold of that midfield, if those two plus whoever decides to drop into there, if those two can kind of get a hold of that midfield, like against our midfield, whoever the midfield is, then that will probably cause a bit more problems for us. Just because if they're able to do that, they will then release it to the likes of Madueke, Palmer, Sancho, Jackson, and once those four get into kind of connection, it could be an issue. But I do think what you said about inexperience, I feel like they're a team. The way I look at them is that if things are not going their way, that's when they'll start to capitulate. And that's where I feel that Liverpool, with the experience, will be able to hurt them more so than player for player, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
where we can understand with like the McAllisters, with the Salahs, with the Robos, the Trents, the Van Dijks and stuff like that, I feel like their in-game management might be a little bit better. So they'll maybe understand, bro, like they're not dumb. They know Chelsea are good. Like, do you know what I mean? That we know they're good. So if you can quieten them down a little bit and hurt them when you need to, and that's why I said about when we're joking about the whole chaos thing, because Liverpool are a bit more controlled, that's where I feel like Liverpool will win the game. I don't even necessarily see it as more of an individual thing. It's more understanding that they're going to have their opportunities. I can't see a game where they don't have one opportunity in the game. So cool. If that being said, what we then need to do is, as long as you can nullify them as much as possible, they'll start to drop heads. You'll see Cole Palmer walking around, not getting involved. You'll see Madueke out of the game. Sancho, quiet. Jackson, lone figure up top. All of a sudden now, that attacking threat, they're just gone. Nkunku was another player as well. If he starts, he's a bit of a problem as well. But those kind of players, they don't have the mentality just yet. Just yet, they don't have that. They're a team that if things are going well, they're one of the most dangerous teams in the Premier League if things are going well. If not, you'll start to see, and that's where Liverpool need to just kill them, you know, with transition and, you know, however it is, you know, Slot's going to play.
But that's why I think our style, the way that we've now gone in terms of that kind of keep the ball, use the ball to kill them mentality. I think that's where, because I think if we go into this game and do the basketball thing, they could hurt us as well. So it could be like a high scoring game because they've got the speed in transition. They've got players given the opportunity, they'll take it. Same do we obviously as well, and we're at home. But I think if it's more of a compact, isolated game where they have to think about what they need to do, I think that's where we then win the upper hand, and then we can keep them nullified in the game. Keep the ball away from their main guys, stop them from playing.
Does anybody know, or do you know, Cole Palmer last season, how was he against us? I can't even remember.
The cup game, it was all right. But the Premier League game, the one that we played him, he wasn't good.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I was trying to think, what's he like in the games against like a Liverpool where you've got to be fair, that's Liverpool of last season. So let's see what he's like against this Liverpool. But you know where we've got like where we had that level of intensity, and I don't know. I feel like he ain't one of them players that I don't want all of that. Do you know what I mean? Like he wants the game kind of played at his own pace. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So okay. First
cup game last night, that was a basketball game. So yeah, I think if we control the game and control the tempo, which I expect us to do, I think that's what we find. But as G said, they're definitely going to get an opportunity. You know what I mean? They're a good team, so they, you know what I mean, to say that we can't concede shots or an opportunity, that's crazy, bro. And we're good, but people can shoot, bro. People can get shots away. They're going to get into decent areas to shoot at goal. We just have to do our jobs defensively, and the goalkeeper has to do his job and make sure there's nothing silly going past him. Catch what you need to catch, parry what you need to parry, save what you need to save, and we move forward. Madueke has some speed.
Sorry, 1 second.
All good. And Nkunku as well. Yeah, these guys are dangerous players, man, that could hurt us on the day if we allow them to. Lucho needs to score. I need to hear his name sung, rocking. It's fire. Now, I think he will score in this one. I think he's had a few games where he hasn't scored. What was the last game he scored? Remind me, guys. Was that the one when he rounded the goalkeeper? Was that Bournemouth? Was that the last game he scored it? Let me know. I can't even remember now when the last time he got a goal. But his performances hasn't dropped, to be fair. He's still doing really well. Just hasn't hit the target or hit the net in a minute. But that's from their standpoint. I'll wait for G to get back. And then we'll get to our lineup. Our selected lineup, because I think that'll be interesting to see who he wants in the team as well. While we're doing that, guys, man, throw your starting 11 in. Let us know who you think should start, because we're going to run through each individual player. We know Kelleher is going to start in goal, but going from that position, see what you guys think. Actually, I might as well start that, and then fingers crossed G will be back. So we know that Alisson's obviously injured, so it'll be Kelleher in goal. I don't say it's a big opportunity for him, because I still think he's going to leave in the summer. Obviously, with Mamardashvili coming in, I think he's definitely gonna go. I think Yaros, maybe if he gets more opportunities, maybe becomes our second goalkeeper or third. He may stick depending if Alisson wants to stay as well. So we're gonna have what, 4 goalkeepers? So if Kelleher stays, if Yaros stays, that's going to be 4 goalkeepers. So definitely, I'd say maybe 2 leaves. So maybe Yaros and Kelleher, those are the 2 that leaves. So we end up with Mamardashvili and Alisson. Big up, Pops. Yeah, so Kelleher in goal, fine with him, passing out from the back. Good shot stopper. Commands his area really well for me. So all good there. Big up to Harry in the building. He's saying Kelleher, Trent, Nante, Virgil, Gomez, Brothers, Mac Jones, Diaz, Jota, Salah. That's fairs, bro. That's fairs. I'll start Nunes if he's fit enough post Uruguay. We got Dustin. Pops Yaros contract soon done. Yeah, I know it ends at the end of, but I'm looking at him as he looks all right. Obviously, I've only seen him in the 1 game in terms of, and I didn't watch when he was on loan last year. But he looks assured, man. He looks calm. He looks cool. So instead of losing him on a free, maybe just give him an extension and then just loan him or sell him on. So it'd be interesting to see. But yeah, Kelleher in goal. You guys think Trent should start right back, or would you give it to Bradley? But Trent obviously scored a free kick in midweek, played left back, which was mad. But he has to be, if Trent is playing right back, he has to be switched on, man, because Sancho and these men ain't going to be, you know what I mean? You got Mudryk that can come on with mad speed, where he'll just knock the ball around him and go. You got Sancho, he's got a bit of speed, but he's very tricky. So he's going to be an issue as well in the game. And then if Madueke, maybe if they interchange and switch his side, sometimes Jackson pulls over to the the left-hand side as well. And then he's got a lot of speed in him as well. So it'll be interesting, man. But yeah, Trent has to defend well in this one. I know Slot jokingly said about, Trent hopefully can win a man of the match for us. But these are the type of games we need to turn up defensively against and make sure you're doing your job defensively and they're not trying to isolate or pick on you on that side of the pitch. Because, yeah, Sancho can go by you if you don't defend properly. And then if it's Mudryk, even though he's not that great, he's got so much speed, bro. He will knock the ball around you and go. And then you're in trouble that way as well. I think Curtis has a shout, Matt posting international fatigue. That's true. Bro, the gaffer said Trent has done well defensively, so Scouser plays. I hear it. Easy. When Konate comes back in as well. It was good to see him be the captain for his nation as well, man. So happy for him as well. That's an achievement to wear the armband, even if it's just for a game or 2, and you're not obviously named as the main captain, but it's always still an honor to captain your team. So definitely Ibu is going to be back in for this one. And that will help with the Jacksons and stuff like that. And if Mudryks or the Sanchos go by Trent on the right-hand side, he's going to definitely need to come across and help defensively. So G so far, Kelleher obviously we know because Alisson's injured. Trent so far, don't think you'll disagree with that. And Ibu so far.
I saw that, yeah, sorry, I was in the back. I can see your light. I'm good with that, all of that so far.
Cool. And obviously, captain, bro, man said he wanted to stay with the national team. His manager said, nah, blood, listen, come home and relax in it. So Virgil will be, obviously, he's had pretty much the whole week off, ain't he, really? Because their game was on the weekend prior, so it's the midweek game. So yeah, he's had pretty much a whole week's rest. So that'll be good for Virgil as well, man. So Virgil, Ibu. Do you go Robbo? I see Harris said that he'll go Gomez, but would you go Robbo?
Nah, you just go Robbo. Just go Robbo. You like I said, what did I say about the we've got that stable, just like I said at the beginning of the season, and I say it during the season, just keep as many of your starters available. I want them playing the most amount of games. Give rest, maybe every now and again, but I need these men to play all the time because we want to have that okay, this is the back four. They know it, we know it, they understand it, we understand it. Not this, yeah, let's throw Gomez in here today and let's do that. Doesn't make sense, bro. Like, how do you create any level of cohesion with that? Let's keep the back four. They've done clearly a good enough job. As we can nitpick, of course, but let's just keep it the way that we've done it right now. I don't want Gomez playing. Do you know what I mean? He's not going to do a better job, in my opinion, than Robbo. So just keep Robbo there.
So, honestly said, just saying Saliba could never be captain. I hear it. My big achievement for Ibu, the usual suspects back in the 11, probably rotation midweek, unless South American boys have some fatigue. Shout. Sam said, "End stop the races." So Bradley was captain too. Big up to Bradley.
You know what? You're right, Steph. You're right. He was.
Big up to Bradley as well. He was captain.
And he was appointed captain from early as well. Like, yeah, from early still.
Robbo, Simicas is still also Robbo back. And then Joey back up on the bench. Nah, fairs. Just concerned about the transition. Yeah, but what's wrong with Robbo in the transition, Harris, bro? I think he's fine, bro.
I'd be equally as concerned with Gomez. Like, I'd like the fear is the same with Gomez in transition. I feel like he's not going to
don't go byline either, bro. He cuts in all the time. He's not a byline merchant where you do a step over, go byline and try and cross on his right. I've not seen him do it. I'm not saying he hasn't, but I've not seen it. He cuts back in, checks back in on his left. So it'd be interesting. But okay, let's keep the back line the same. Obviously the South American boy is coming back. We go Gravers. He's definitely going to be a part of the double pivot. And we know that McAllister only played one game, half a game, you'd say. Wataru was obviously ill as well. Jones, you'd say have a rest, but he's had a newborn, so I don't know what that rest looks like. So this is where I don't know who's going to... For me, I don't know who partners him. The idea is obviously McAllister to partner him.
That's very, I forgot about the Jones having a baby thing because I don't know how long he's been out of training. So regards,
he call up to the England camp. Training, but then I expected him to play in the last game. Didn't play. And I was like, oh, why? And then obviously see the post that he's just had a baby, so presume flew back, or probably left the camp without knowing. Obviously, they didn't say or whatever, and then had his baby in it. So I don't know what that's going to be like. We know Elliott ain't fit. We know Wataru. We don't know the issue with Wataru yet. And then the McAllister only playing a bit of a game. Would you just throw McAllister still in there? Keep it the same?
I think you go with Jones. I think more Jones because at least Jones wasn't out with any, like, and I have no idea because like I said, Jones came back, but did he come back and train at any, like, how long has he been training for and etc. But so let's just go with the
Palace game. So he played in the last game, Palace.
No, but I mean, like, obviously because he's had this baby, he's obviously come back. So I'm gonna assume he's missed a few days, whether it's England or Liverpool, he has missed days of training anyway, just because he's been back. Obviously with the baby and whatnot. I don't know how many days now has he missed in this period. Like, did they say, all right, you can have the next 5 days off? Did they say you can only get the 2 days? Like, I don't know how it's worked. But because he's not injured or anything, because he's not, it's so dumb. Because he's not injured or anything and stuff like that, I'm saying you play Jones anyway, just because I feel like McAllister needs a rest at some point, and he looks like a player that needs a tad bit of a rest. You can kind of see it in the way that he's playing, as much as he's putting in real good effort, and he's like, I think he's doing calm. But I'm also like, you don't look like someone who's lasting in games, though. You can tell last 20 minutes of games, for me, Liverpool's midfield starts to look a bit janky after a while, and he's kind of a part of it at times. So I'll just play Jones. I think Jones would be the fitter one out of the two, in my personal opinion. But that's just me.
Alexander said, why not start Endo? Because Endo has been ill, bro. So so that's why we're kind of thinking about who should play in that midfield, man. But yeah, let's say Gravenberch and Jones. I think that's capable enough. That's a lot of control in the game as well. And then obviously the man that just got engaged, the man that scored the double in midweek, Szoboszlai in the 10.
Yeah, there's no one else.
Would you go Sobo Gravers and then Curtis in the 10?
Potentially, yeah, you could do that.
Where Sobo could just drop into that little double pivot, bro.
Yeah, I think you could do that. No, that's not a. You could do either or with when you've got Jones and Zobo, on the pitch, and then you kind of got the best of both worlds. You've got the guy who's going to run around, then you've got what everyone wants in Jones, which is, I guess, hold up the ball and keep possession and all of that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I think that would be calm. For me, that's the midfield I would be going with, and I don't think it's as simple as like Liverpool don't play that way with a 10 like that. So I don't even look at Liverpool say, oh, we have a 10. We don't really have a 10. We have midfielders who fill a position at times. So they will just rotate. Jones will go there, Zobo will go there and stuff like that. I think for me that's a calm midfield. I think yeah, man. I think it's about time, man.
Zobo. That's the three.
We'll
rotate, which we saw Curtis and Matt. Yeah, that's true. We'll rotate, man.
Yeah.
Yes, do that, and Grav and Sobo can take care of Endo and Caicedo. Yeah, I think that'll be a good shout. Top end of the pitch now, man. Obviously, we know one position is definitely locked in, and it's this man's position. Right side.
I wonder why it's always locked in.
Always locked in, bro. No one's there. No one's there yet. Chiesa should be fit as well. So fingers crossed we get him on the bench. I just want to see him play, man. You know what I mean? Like, I know people though, sometimes you get a good player, yeah, but because the price tag wasn't hype around him, there's that injury that he had previously, so everyone's kind of go, is he kind of the same player? And then obviously, he picked up whatever that little knock was in the midweek, so he couldn't play in a couple of the games that we had. But Chiesa is a cold player, man, and I just want to see him play and get well. But Mo Salah is his position.
I think Chiesa isn't a this season type of signing, though. I don't see it that way. But even if he was fit, he ain't playing. Like, he ain't starting like that. Like, we just know, like, bro, we know, like, as much as we can go back and forth, we just know, okay, Salah's here. Salah. I think he's more of a next season signing, i.e., bed him in this season. We're not going to see the best of Chiesa this season. We'll see it in some games. He'll come on, he'll start games, he'll look good, but I don't think we're going to see a good Chiesa like that. So I want people to bear that in mind when they're rating him at the end of the season. Next season, I think that's where Slot is really looking at someone like Chiesa, because if Salah does go, you've already got your right winger clearly here. You don't have to worry about bedding him in. He knows the team, knows the club, knows the style of play. He can now start playing more games. Then you'll see the best of Chiesa. And I'm going to find it funny if next season, I'm going to say it from now, but I think next season you're going to see Chiesa won't even get injured like that.
Just be on some mad smoke in it.
Yeah, because you're playing. You don't want to be. You see them injured. I told you it's a mentality thing. I told you Van Persie and the Alex Ferguson. I always go back to it. Van Persie injured at Arsenal every single time, out for this amount of time. Man came Manchester United 2 seasons. This guy was injury free. How did that happen? And Fergie was telling man, bro, it's all mentality, bro. Like, sometimes it's just one of those kind of things. Whereas here at Manchester United, bro, you want to be a part of winning, bro. You don't want to miss out on winning a trophy and being a major part of that. Trust me, all them injuries that you're getting and that will go. That will go still.
But for the Greek kids, it needs to get some runs. So Mo needs to be on it. No, definitely. Red for life says Mo, Jota, Capo. Darwin Salah brings Chiesa on 75th minute from Honesty. Garrison said Chiesa Caicedo will get a red card for sure. Let's hope so, blood, but hopefully not injuring one of our players. One of them dumb double yellows, little clip, little shoulder, little grab of the shirt and that. Oh, you're like, yeah.
This is where you gotta. If you're wishing for something, you can't now tell me how it comes. You know what I mean? You wanted to get red card, then it might be because
no injury, bro. Little shoulder, you know what I mean? Little shirt grab and a little clip on the heels, bro. One of them ones, man's clean.
Just a little last man challenge in that. You know what I'm saying? Red
no
card.
Reason, like tied. Yeah, that's what we need. We don't need these knee diving into man's knee and ankle, like what he tried to do with Endo, bro. Man stepped in his whole Achilles, last season. Yeah, Mo has the capability of cooking these men, especially with Cucurella not there. I don't know who they're gonna play. I don't even know who is the backup left back. I don't have.
I feel like they're just gonna play Cole there. I can't think of who else would play there though.
But then if they're gonna miss Fofana, then who is then fit to play centre back? Because if you're shifting your
Sheila.
Oh shit, man! Like Badia Sheila and them.
So like I said, Oh, you're right. Yes, sorry. Honestly, you are 100% right. It'll be Viega. Sorry, because he has played left back for them in the what's that competition thing, man? What's that dead competition that people
Europa
the Europe?
Conference.
That's it. Yeah, that thing. I don't even want to say its name. Like, yeah, that competition. He played left back there. So I think yes, you're right. Sorry, guys.
Also
Yeah, you're
was
right.
the one who injured Grav. Okay.
Oh, was it? I forgot. I forgot about that.
All
But
right,
yeah, I think he'll go there. He'll go there. But yeah, I think Salah needs to obviously improve his performances 100%. We need to see obviously I don't know how the game's going to pan out, but we just need to see a better performance from you. And I think if we do see that, I think inevitably England, Liverpool will win. I think they'll win.
I swear, bro, I promise you, if he performs, Liverpool just win, bro. I feel like it's
Yeah.
just comes hand in hand. Mo performs, and it doesn't mean he has to score or assist, bro. When he's a problem, bro, and they can't handle him, it frees up the whole pitch because all of a sudden they're like, oh, fuck's sake, this guy has to then run across and go and cover and help out. We have to triple up now. It frees up space for the Diaz's and whoever else goes in. It's the Cody's, Nunez's, or the Jotas and the runs from midfield and etc. etc. But yeah, man, Mo hand in hand with Chelsea, bro. This man just bags goal against them. He don't play around with Chelsea for some strange reason. Whether he just can't still be in his emotions, bro, because they let him go, bro.
Nah, but I think it's just one of those coincidences that you just have X team. You know, sometimes you might just go into the game just a little amped up. I remember that goal he scored at Stamford Bridge where I remember him being squaring up Rudiger and he slotted it in like the tightest of corners. Like I was like, yeah, you see, this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, but that's Salah, innit? We can talk about Salah all day.
Who goes on the right hand side, bro? Because Diaz obviously, sorry, the left hand side. Diaz coming back later than you'd say Cody has. Diaz scored in the game. Cody didn't. Had a decent performance, Cody, but nothing to really shout about, kind of thing. But who do you think gets the start, bro? Do you think Cody gets the start, or do you think Diaz?
Nah, I think Diaz. I think I will go with Diaz anyway. I would go Lucho. Yeah, Lucho's been good this season, man. He's been good. He's definitely impressed me in terms of where my thought process of him was prior to the season. I just hope you know me, I'm a man of substance, bro. So I just need you to be able to maintain this. It's well and good. Like I don't really care about players' form prior to December. Like I never really look at it too tough kind of thing, because if you're not able to maintain a level of form, then I'm just like, well, then that was kind of pointless, isn't it? Because the back end of the season is shit. But if he does keep this going, then he definitely would have changed my mind on what I think about him 100%, like 100%.
No, facts, man. Lucho, you already know what time it is, man. Big up Hakeem, man, said that tuning in, speaking positively about Mo. Hey, bro, you listen.
Yeah, the multiverse is
positive about Mo, but you know what I mean? That's how much I rate him, bro. I just expect my guy to do bits, bro. You know what I mean? Can't just lower my standards for my main guy. It's crazy. Who plays up top then, man? Does Jota? Right. Can I not ask the question? Who plays up top then, G? Does Jota or Nunez play up top?
Thank you for asking the question. My answer is Jota. I think you go with Jota.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other reason.
I want Nunez to start for this one, bro.
Fez?
This is where I'm gonna have to, like, the Diaz one, I'm fine with. Salah, fine with. The rest of the team, cool. This one, I want Nunez to start, bro. This is the one where I'm like, but to be fair, blood, when Jota plays against Chelsea, he cooks them as well. That's the thing.
I would just listen. If you want Nunez to start, let the chat decide. But for me, I just think cohesion. That I'm just all about the, like, remember the midfield already. We had some trouble trying to figure out who's even available to play in the game. So that looks like he might go with the same midfield, by the way, but it just looks like that might be where the cohesion is going to be lost. Let me keep the rest of the team, you know, as cohesive as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if I can have my back four, if I can have my front three, then have them. I don't really need to, like, we don't need the chopping and changing. Like, I just don't understand why we need to chop and change. I think Jota comes in. For me, I think he'll be fine in the game. And then you can bring Nunez on. Like, literally, it's not like Nunez can't play. Yeah, I mean, Nunez can always come on in the 70th minute or whatever, whenever Slot does his substitutions. to maybe give it a different type of game. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because I don't think I don't know. Something tells me that Chelsea are not going to allow for a player like Nunes to be able to just run in behind. I just don't see it that way.
Are they going to play defensive, though? I don't see it. Don't see them playing like mad, like
I kind of do. Like that Man City game that they played at the beginning of the season. Obviously, I know it's like the first game and all of that, and I know they lost in the end. But I felt like when I was watching that, I was like, yeah, slightly like the way that they were trying to deal with like a Haaland. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I really don't know with Chelsea what the hell they're gonna do. But I just think that for me, it'll be better to just have Jota, because I just think Jota will be able to do more than what Nunes is gonna offer me, whatever it is that Nunes is gonna offer me. So, and I'm really on the cohesion. Like this season, that is what I'm on. I don't want rotations. This rotation stuff that everyone's doing or wants to do, it sounds dumb to me. Just keep the team as simple as possible. Then we can just, you know what I mean, could run it.
Okay. I've put the poll in the chat, guys. So go and vote, man. Who starts up top? You guys can choose who starts up top. I'll wait till the end and then I'll say who's the guy that everyone picked based on the poll who starts up there. Score prediction then, G. What do you think the score prediction will be, and who do you think will score the goals? Guys, vote in the poll, and also let us know what the score is going to be and who your goal scorers are going to be as well.
2-2.
You thought that all week, you know. Like, like 2-2.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Listen. I think it will be a massive achievement if we keep them out. Like, I'll be like, I'll actually be like wildly impressed. Unless it's like they just miss an open goal, then fairs. But yeah, I think, yeah, I'm gonna go 2-2. I'm gonna go 2-2. I think they will score first because they will start faster, and for us it will be Diaz and Salah.
Okay. All right. Let's see what the chat's saying, and I'll give mine. Here you go. Sabi said Jota starts. Nunes is now a squad player. It's a fair assessment. Akeem 2-0 Liverpool. VVD and Canate. See we're set piece FC this weekend. I hear it, man.
That'll be good too.
Oxford 3-1 Mo, Boss, and Jota. Garrison said 4-0. Hey, blood, you need to put the goal scorers as well, homie, Brad. Robert as well, man. 4-0, no goal scorers, though. But the Forest game showed that the risk of not regarding fatigue post-international.
That's something I do think about a lot, is the post-international break. Liverpool are notoriously slow at starting.
Would take a 2-0, of course. Yeah, Dustin 4-1. Hollywood, big up, bro. Says 2-1 Salah, Jota, and Nkunku. And said Nkunku 1-2-1 Liverpool. Jota get both. Late consolation goal for Chelsea. Fairs. 1 Chelsea, 5 near Salah, Brace, Darwin, Subbo with one of them goals that hit the bar, bare people before going in. Oh my days. Red for Life 4-2. Gaka's Brace, Ibu and Mo. Do you know what? Mine in my mind, I'm saying a 4-2 now. It was a 3-1 first. I'm like, I think they will score goals as well. But I think we will score. So I'm going to go 4-2. That's the one I was thinking.
Fairs. I don't disagree with any of the score lines, to be fair.
I want someone to score a hat-trick, bro, but it never, like, these men don't want to score a hat-trick, man. The only man that is concerned about these things are Haaland, bro. Everyone else don't care, bro. Like, as a striker, they don't want to get a hat-trick, bro. I mean, you want to,
it's not as simple as just like, I want to get a hat-trick when I wake up today. Like,
I feel like the man that don't want to get it, bro. They'll get one there and then miss a sitter, bro. And you're like, bro, just score that, and then you know you got very long in the game to go and get the next one, innit? But these men don't want to do that at all, bro. So let's see, man. We got Jamie.
Let's hope someone.
Very tight game.
Let's hope someone gets a. Let's hope someone gets a hat trick in it. Like that'd be good. I don't know who gets it. You know, I feel like maybe if anyone's gonna get a hat trick, I think it'll be that Diaz.
So the fraud keeps taking them off.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah, when man on 2 goals, he does take them off, like usually. So
Man's treating man like Pep, you know. Haaland knows, bro. I need to score the hat-trick early, blood.
Yeah. Like, don't wait till 60th minute and you're still on 2 goals, like, because it starts getting a bit techie, like.
Yeah, then he's like, nah, I need to rest you. Come off. You're like, hold on a minute, bro. The gaffer I got, you know what I mean? Got more goals than me. No. Score them goals against the next team. Don't worry about this one. We're already cool now. No, it'll be interesting. It will be very interesting.
I think it'll be a good game.
Just looking at the table, obviously the top 6, obviously Chelsea in there with us. They've got a +8 goal difference. If they win though, do you know what? Let me make that a bit bigger.
I think whilst you're doing that, I think just trying to think of any other team. You could throw in Spurs if you want, because I don't know if Brighton will be able to keep it up over a course of a season. But I believe the top 6 will end like this, not position-wise, just end like this with those teams. Yeah, I think because the Man United ain't making that shit, and I can't think of any other teams that would break into that top 6. Hence why I feel like Spurs might jump in there at some point in time. Maybe I don't know where Spurs are in the league right now, but I think they'll jump in there, and I think the top 6 will be like this, but just different positions for everybody. From what I've seen so far, things can change. Obviously, game week 10, for all I know, start seeing bad teams, just Fulham in there, for example, and all of that kind of rubbish. But yeah, for now, I feel like this is the top 6, maybe plus minus Spurs, and yeah, I think that's how it's just going to be for the rest of the season.
Good evening. I know, bro, man.
Good evening.
Probably some mad time where you live. Big up, bro. Storming a teacup. Real McCoy, big up for the super chat, man. Love for the love. Jota. Rubbish Jones starts. Liverpool lose. Jesus Christ. Rubbish Jones.
That's always nice, isn't it?
Deep, bro. That's so deep, bro. Bro, what did Jones? Rubbish Jones. Bro. That's deep, bro. That's deep, man. Big up, man. Big up, man. Big up. Love for the love, man. Bro, G, let's head out, man. But final thoughts, man. How do you see the game going? How will you finish it? What do you want to kind of see? Do you want a simple Evelyn, or do you want a hectic Evelyn, bro, where you're on the edge of your seat?
Honestly, what I want to see, obviously just good football and stuff like that. But I think more importantly, if you're able to nullify them and better game management, because I do think Chelsea are a bit more of a threat than more or less every other team that we faced so far in it. So they are going to be a threat at times. And let's keep it a buck. That 11 that you just showed there, bro, that 11 didn't include Neto. There was no Nkunku. That João Felix.
Bro, I forgot about this Donny Neto as well. Oh my God.
We haven't faced a team that, if in the 70th minute, when Liverpool, like I said, last 20 minutes of games usually, but we just move all wishy-washy because we're 2-0 up. We just think, don't worry. Yeah, well, we ain't facing a team that can bring on these kind of players off the bench. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, we're facing teams that Cunha and them man are playing. So yeah, it's just better game management, I think, for Liverpool moving forward. Again, like I said, I'm not stupid enough to say no team's gonna have an opportunity. Of course, it's just the way of football, right? But I do think Liverpool do need to improve upon their game management just this season. But listen, this might be the game where they do that. So let's hope.
Do you know it's mad, before I give you my final thoughts, bro? Like, I'm looking at the poll. Guess what the poll is, bro?
Go on,
50-50, bro.
Right. Okay.
Bro, if you haven't voted, man, who do you want to start up top? Is it Nunes or is it Jota, bro? At the moment, it sits at 50-50. Yeah, for me, bro, you're right. In terms of like controlling the game from start to finish, there's only been a couple of games where we've done that. And they have got people and they've got speed, bro. Like, you're talking about Mudryk, you're talking about, bro, I forgot they had my man over there, Actually forgot he was there, bro.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. They got players over there and you're just like, like, this is what I'm saying. Too many players off the bench.
Big up with Sam, we should start Nunes, bro. Bro, look, the people that you vote then, Sam. Change the vote. It's 50-50. You go and vote then and change it to who you want it to be, because the rest of the man, bro, it says 50-50. So if Nunes is an issue, like, the man then would have made it clear, and it should have been like 98% you know what I mean, that says that Jota should start. But obviously, clearly, the fan base is kind of split at the moment, or the people that's voted is kind of split. But yeah, they've got players that can come on and hurt us with mad speed, bro, at the end of the game as well. Hopefully, Chiesa is fit as well, because we need him to be able to come on if Mo is not, you know what I mean, cooking. And then obviously we've got on the other side, you got Cody that can come on. And then if it is Jota to start, you got Nunes to come on. Or if Nunes starts, you got Jota to come on. So yeah, man. We're good. Just made it 53%. Shit.
Big up
Listen,
yourself, man.
Guys, been a good one, man. Great conversation as always, man. Big up to everyone inside.
Hold on, before you even end it, sorry.
Go ahead.
Who do you think has been the best player this season? In your humble opinion.
Gravenberch.
Who's on this list?
Saka, Mbeumo, Palmer. Why they want to just suck off Raya all the time, bro?
Brother, I don't know if you've seen as well. By the way, I'll probably pick Gravenberch as well. You seen? I see like Chelsea fans. Obviously, they're doing like combined 11s, right?
Mm.
Who do you think is in goal? Bearing in mind, Alisson is injured.
Sanchez.
Would you have Sanchez over Keller?
Bro, nah, don't ask me dumb questions, bro. What do you mean would I have Sanchez?
That's kind of what I thought as well. And then, but I saw bad Chelsea fans. They're like, their team was. It was. I don't know if it was based off this season because it didn't seem like. But then Alisson was. It didn't make sense because Cucurella was at left back, but I was like, he's not available for this game. But then you had Sanchez in goal, but Alisson isn't available for this game. So it was a bit weird. But it was Cucurella, Colwill, Virgil, Trent, midfield of Caicedo, Gravenberch, Palmer, right wing Salah, up front Jackson, left wing Diaz.
Wait, up front they had Jackson, bro.
To be fair, I probably would go with Jackson if I had to pick between the three of them this season. I would say Jackson has probably been better than the other three. But that wasn't even my concern. It was just more. I was trying to think, like, because I said, right, you actually think, like, listen, I criticize Konate, but I feel like he's been better than Cole.
No, he's
and I like Cole. I definitely like Cole. I would have put Cole left back and then put Konate in there. I feel like you had to have Konate.
Robbo's been fine, bro. I wouldn't even make room for man, bro. Like
yeah, fair.
So you know, if you're not better than the Ibus and the Virgils, bro, you know what I mean? You just hold bench, bro. It's not that you've not been good. It just means these guys have just been slightly better, bro, if not better. But yeah, listen, I would have gone with Kelleher in goal. Right back, I would have gone with Gusto. I think he's been good. And then the other three players would have been Virgil.
Oh yeah, Gusto. Yeah. I would have gone. Yeah, if you're right. Yeah, I forgot about Gusto.
And then in the middle, Caicedo, I think he's been fine. Gravenberch, definitely. You go with Palmer, but has he been playing 10 in the whole season? Has he been playing as a 10 the whole season? I don't know.
You know what? Let's just. Sorry, I know. Want to head out. Let me just check this this very second, yeah, because I need to dispel something, but I just need to double check.
Yeah.
Cole Palmer. I'm going on SofaScore right now, just so we can see what won. Because I know we had this debate the other day. I can't remember who was we chatting with.
Because then if he's been playing on the right more than he's played through the middle, then it has to be him versus Mo, then, right?
Yeah, and I'll probably go him over Mo. Okay. Hold on, if I can share my screen, yeah.
Go on.
Then you can decide.
Man said ignorant is bliss, you know. Bless up Barnes, bro. Hold on, make that. Move that. Big up, man. Then big up everyone, man.
What position is that?
That's right, bro.
That's Cole Palmer's position in this season.
So then he would be competing against Mo.
But I'm sure everyone was telling me that this guy. No, was it Quasi? Was it you? Quasi, it's you. Pop up, man. Let me like work on. But I want to know. Someone was arguing with me the other day, telling me number 10, and I was like, brother, he's playing on the right. I promise you, it's just because you're seeing him pop up in the 10, like in the 10 position at times. But he is a right winger, and that's his main position. He's doing. I reckon if I checked this, let's see if I can just check Mo Salah's, and I guarantee it's probably more or less kind of identical.
Let's see.
See, look, Mo's is more or less the same, just not as not so much in the middle, but again, both on the right hand side.
It just means that Mo doesn't cut into those spaces.
Yeah, he doesn't cut into those.
Yes. Making
exactly.
the runs in there. That's all it means, bro.
Yeah, 100%. I'm telling you, bro. Like, yeah, and this is why when people talk about Palmer in the 10, I'm like, why? Like, why? I don't want to see him in the 10. Like, I've never seen it to really know. Like, he needs to be a number 10.
I don't even know if he would play. I don't even think they'll use him as a 10 against us either.
No, never do I. I actually think maybe Madueke will just play maybe on the left, maybe. Depends on what they want to do. I don't know, man. Listen, I can't lie. I do want to beat Chelsea. Like, I want to beat Chelsea, but I don't just want to beat them. I don't care what the scoreline is. I just want Cole Palmer to have a shit game. Like, I want him to have an absolute stinker, like stink fest. I just want that more than I even want the win. In fact, even if we draw, I want Cole Palmer to have an absolute stink fest so that we can freaking stop this conversation. And the thing is, I like Cole Palmer as well, but you guys are making me not like the player anymore because of the way that you people keep talking about him as if, yo, this is the best talent we've had. Best talent. These times you've seen Foden for the last like 5 years. And you're telling me he's the best talent. The guy that Man City said, nah, I'm good because I got Oscar Bob, who's a baller, by the way. But I got Oscar Bob here. You don't need to stay here, my brother. You can go Chelsea. Finishing that what's that competition? The competition that must not be named. That thing. So you can play in that competition. Bro, don't piss me off, man. I like these. I told you, me, you, Savage, we need to, I'm telling you, they need to start giving man the officiating thing when it comes to people's definition of like certain things, because I'm starting to get annoyed with the way that people are talking about like certain players and that. Bro, man had to wait all 3-4 years before we could call a Trent, a Virgil, an Ali, a Salah all world-class players, you know. In fact, man didn't even want to give us that until we won something.
Let's be real. Yeah, right. We have to win something for Mo to get it. Mo scored 44 goals in his first season.
But man didn't. But people, and by the way, that's fair.
A one season wonder, bro. But Palmer is world class. That's crazy. That's crazy.
This is what I'm saying. This is why I get so frustrated. Like, I don't understand how one season, all of a sudden, I'm seeing all of these freaking the podcasters, some of you YouTube guys, man are telling me on all these channels, like, yeah, you know what? I could see, you know, he's got the talent. So what? Man scored 44 goals. You couldn't see no talent. So the talent was just not there. Like, we just couldn't see it. Bro, do me a favor, bro.
They said, no, do it again.
Do it again. So man, okay, cool. He bags 30 the next season.
Do it again. 30 again.
Come on, bro.
Nah, I still don't believe you're good, blood. I'm like,
bro, like and this is
then I think that's when the man them got their ratings. Remember, Virgil was overpriced.
Yeah,
that's what they said in the overpriced. He ain't that good. Then he had the injury season. And then he came back. They're like, look, he's washed. He's lost it. They don't. But these man after one season, bro, they already said, nah, world class, blood. I'd never heard them say that about our duns, bro. Man, they had to win stuff.
Like I said, man, the man can suck salt.
Oh, that's crazy, man. But yeah, Duran. So who put what? How has Duran made it on this list? I don't know, bro. This is from the Premier League, by the way, as well. So Duran is on here. And I think Mbeumo has been good. I don't know how Raya is on there, brother. Am I seeing something? I'm not seeing something everyone else is seeing about him as a goalkeeper. Do you think he's just a goalkeeper, bro?
Unless, yeah, but you gotta realize, bro. Man starts making these like theatrical saves, and you know he saves a penalty, and bro, he was always going to be put there. I'm not even mad at that. My thing is that
how many clean sheets does he have, by the way, this in the Prem? Can we check that quickly for me?
I'm sure one of you guys in the chat probably got that.
How many clean sheets does Ray have? Because I know Alisson has the highest shot percentage in the Premier League. I know that's a fact. So how is Alisson not on this list, bro?
He's got 3.
and Alisson's got 3, and Alisson's got the highest shot percentage. So
Yeah.
how is Alisson not on here and this man is on? So I'm saying about trying to push these dumb youths, bro.
It was always yeah. I didn't know he even had 3 to. I didn't even know Ali had 3. To be fair, but my only issue with this is that we were talking about this, me, you, Savage, backstage, and it's 7 games though. Like I don't even it's 7 games. I can't even comprehend to even think like I've not looked at one player bar Haaland and said, yeah, you know what, this guy and Gravenberch maybe where I've actually looked at them
performances.
Yeah, in terms of like performance, like they've overperformed. Kind of Haaland just Haaland, so he doesn't even count. But let's say Gravenberch, for example, if you want to throw in Cole Palmer, you can. But even then, he scored 4 in 1 game, so that kind of skews the statistics.
It's like, come on.
But even still, I will do that. Let's just put him in there as well, right? There's no one I'm looking at after 7 games and worrying about team of the seasons and worrying about who's been the best player. Brother, it has been 7 games. God forbid one of these players get injured who's on this list. Now what? You see that best of the season stuff.
Yeah, Duran's on here for substitution appearances, you know. Gabriel, I think he's been like from a set piece standpoint in defense, brother, he's been on it still. I can't even lie. That's fine.
Yeah. Hakeem, look, Haaland's my favorite striker.
Dip in form, whatever. Gravenberch consistent. Virgil consistent. Haaland consistent. Palmer 4 goals in 1 game. Skews there.
But you hear yourself, like that's how we're looking at it. It's just like, yeah, these men have just been. I mean, like they're doing their thing. They've just been consistent for like. Listen, I don't know. Like
creation, I think he's the highest in the Prem. So you're like, okay, get it on the and Mbeumo pretty much carrying Brentford now, and then Raya blood.
It's 7 games though, brother. Like, why are they even doing all of it? Like, this is what creates division anyway amongst fan bases, because now man start arguing with other fan bases.
Maybe that's why it's there for.
Yeah. They're
Maybe
clever.
that's what it's there for, because like for us to look at it and go, well, our goalkeeper has the same amount of clean sheets, and he's been statistically the better goalkeeper in the league based on shot saves and whatever. Yeah. So how is your goalkeeper being on this list, but ours ain't? That doesn't even make sense. So clearly, Premier League, you done good, man. Created a conversation, I guess. Created a debate. But yeah, it's crazy. But it's mad though. We have 3 players on it.
Probably top of the league. I expect to at least have 3 players. It's interesting.
Top of the league, and our manager still can't win a manager of the month. He's not winning,
which is very weird. Yeah, which is very weird. But he should win it. We haven't had any losses. Yeah, he should win it this month. If we continue to, we got 2 more games, I think, in this month in the Premier League.
Chelsea and then Arsenal on the 27th, I want to say.
There you go. So if we win those 2 games, he definitely will win it. If he doesn't, then you know it's just
man treating man like Pep, bro. You know they were treating Pep, bro. Pep couldn't get 1, you know.
But you know what's so mad? I used to always find that hilarious, because I used to always think, so if he's won all of these games, he wins the Premier League, give or take, all the time. So at no point he had a month where you thought, he was good. Like, I never understood why Pep never won it.
You know what they used to do? They would give it to like Gary O'Neill because Wolves came out of a little rut, and they were like, he's won 3 pounds. They're like, but this man won 5 games in a row, man.
Bro, slapping teams along the way. Like
they don't want to give it to him. I remember when they gave Klopp one, and I was like, nah, man, they should have gave it to my man still. But I was gassed because I was like, see, Klopp didn't give it to him still. But I was like, nah, but Pep won like all of his games, man. Then he battered everyone. Klopp had a draw in here, but then there was just like, nah, man, I have to give it to him still. Like, okay.
That's why with these things, I always laugh, because I'm like, a man like Pep probably just looks at him, I don't care about them. Like he probably even tell him, man, don't give it to me.
No, he does.
You think he? Well, I don't know, man.
He's that guy that wants to be the best at all time. I promise you, bro. He does care about them. He will pretend.
I don't think he cares.
He'd be like, no, I'm not gonna win it this month. You're like, why did he say that? He's like, my man Gary O'Neill won it this month. He's been excellent. He's like, yeah, no, I get it. I'm never gonna win one. You're like, okay, so why did you throw that in there? Because he knows, bro. These men don't want to give him one.
Listen,
I'm sure Klopp won more managers of the month than he has.
Yeah, which again,
that'll be interesting because he's won all the Premier Leagues.
Again, like I say, I feel like he will just look at it and think, all right, say no more. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna go win the Premier League again. And like, it's Pep's a funny. He's such a funny man. He's such a funny man.
All right, man. Have you got any videos later, bro?
I might do one, man. I'm seeing this thing. I'll see if you guys are free in it and we can chop it up. It's about the whole and you know, actually it'd be good to get both you and Jerry on if you guys are free. Talking about this whole English coach like system and stuff like that. Because I see the thing
from Collymore, yeah.
From Collymore, and I said, you know what? And I'm chatting with the guys now, literally in my group chat with the man. And we're literally talking about it now, and yes, it's proper interesting. I would love to get everyone's take, and obviously you guys are coaches, so I kind of want your aspects because you guys are kind of experiencing.
That's crazy because Leary asked the same question: "Is that what you want to do?" Man, I said, "Bro, I don't mind. I just like doing what I'm doing, bro." But yes, mad expensive, bro. If you want to actually take it serious,
Endz, if I send you the when we finish, I'll send you the thing. Yeah, but yeah. Like I said, I might do that.
Long,
yeah, it doesn't make sense, but yeah, we'll yeah. I'll probably do that around. I don't know what time are you free today?
Obviously the crazy guy called the Sam asked me if you know what I mean. So 11 o'clock. I don't know what kind.
Yes, I see. Yes, yeah. Sam, in answer to your question, yes, I am free. 11.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of agendas he's going to be trying to spew out on that one, but we'll be there in full force to defend whatever agenda he decides to want to throw in the atmosphere. But yeah, before that, I'm cool, bro.
All right, I'll do it like more evening, so like 7. Do it 7 if that's calm.
Yeah, I've got an hour. Yeah, I can do an hour there, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, guys. Yeah, I'll do the thumbnail and everything now, and then yeah, we'll sort it out. So 7 o'clock, guys. Tune in. We're gonna have a chat about the English because I'm seeing also not even just that post, by the way. The amount of people who are so vexed that England have a German manager is hilarious. These times, I'm like, all right, show me your English managers first before we even talk about.
Hey, listen, man, Savage is upset, bro. He said it should be an English manager still.
Savage, show me your English manager, my brother. What, Eddie Howe?
No, that's what the man them said. Eddie Howe's the guy, bro. But Eddie Howe, I told man he's a meaty guy, bro. Remember with the big bar? Look at Newcastle. Look what he's doing. All right, but man ain't heard Eddie Howe once in the last 2 years.
Hold on. Actually, God save the Queen. So the Queen got German in her. Hey, that's a conversation for another day, man. That's a conversation for another day. Conversation for another day.
You know what that is?
That's on the other channel. I'll do that on the other channel.
Yeah, let's have that conversation, bro. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, man. Shout out to everyone in the building, man. Love for the love. Like the video. And then, yeah, man, we're back later, man, to chop it up still. It should be interesting. But yeah, it's more expensive to be a coach if you want to take it serious. And then obviously later, 11 o'clock, bro. I'm sure most of you crazy people are subscribed to Hussam's channel anyway. So later, we'll be there to see what agendas he decides to spew out. And then, yeah, man, we'll chop it up. G, love for the love as always.
Come on.
A bit.
I have an idea. I heard the song today a few times, and I you can do that. I have no problem with that. Let's see how the response will be. Arne Slot, la 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 la. Imagine the next season starts and you are not waiting what's going on. No, you go full throttle into it. You welcome the new manager like you welcomed me. You go all in from the first day.